Alright, so in this video, we're going to talk about the first upgrades you should make to your new Dyna. Let's check it out. Alright, what is going on YouTube? BK Low is back in the building. And we are currently riding out here on an early Saturday morning. So yeah, this is a question that one of my subscribers wrote into. So shout out to Max. And his situation is he just bought his first Dyna. I think he said it was like a 2000 Super Glide or something like that. But he just bought his first Dyna, and it's like pretty much bone stock. And he was asking me, for someone who's like, you know, pretty much at the tail end of doing any upgrades, he wanted to know in what order should he do his upgrades after I had done it all. So it's a really interesting question, and I've thought about this before, because again, I've had a lot of people ask me this question. I've had buddies who have like traded in their Sportsters for Dynas, etc., and they're, you know, asking similar questions. And upon having, you know, done it, right, there's not a whole lot more I'm gonna do to this bike. I'm pretty much done, which I'm pretty happy about, and my bank account's pretty happy about. But if I were to do it over again, which I kind of did do it over again when me and the old man bought that 06 FXDB, I would do it in the following way, and I think most people will probably disagree with this, but again, this is how I feel after doing it one time over. The first upgrade I would make is 100% the bars. And I don't know, man, it's just like Harley does not do a good job at giving you good bars out of the box that will allow you to ride the way these bikes are meant to be ridden. Like, I mean, even just recently we rented a road glide when we did that Seattle trip, and I just like could not believe how bad the bars were. And again, these are stock bars, so I mean, bars are really important for a lot of reasons. They can allow you to, you know, ride a little bit more aggressively, give you a lot more control if the setup's right, and also just allow you to ride a lot longer comfortably, right? So like, you guys know I've done 700-mile days with this bike, and a lot of that is because of where the bars are. If the bars weren't comfortable, I think I would really struggle with laying down, you know, high mileage days like that. Yeah, so that would be number one, is just do your bars. Now I know a lot of people are gonna hear that and they're gonna say, what are you talking about, man? You gotta do your exhaust first. Do you know what that Harley exhaust sounds like stock? And actually, yes, I do know what it sounds like stock. But that really depends on what you're looking for out of your bike, right? If it's your first Harley Davidson and you're like, oh yeah, I gotta have that classic Harley sound, you know, my bike's gotta be loud, you know, it's gotta have all the, you know, it's gotta have all the bells and whistles of a Harley Davidson, and sound is a really big part of that, right? You want your bike to be loud, you want it to sound like a Harley Davidson, and unfortunately, that's another thing that in order to do, you have to get past the stock exhaust. So I mean, look, if it really means that much to you, and it's like more important than like handling and comfortability, then go for it. But me personally, like when I did upgrade the bike, the first thing I did do was the exhaust, and because, you know, 100% I did want the bike to sound good. I didn't like how it sounded stock, and I also just wanted a little bit of power that the exhaust could offer, so I did do that upgrade first. But now, having owned multiple Harleys, having put a lot of time, a lot of miles on the bikes, I'm actually convinced that like you need to just kind of get past that stock sound and, you know, make upgrades that are gonna affect your ride the most, you know, before you think about sound and that performance upgrade. Okay, but I'm digressing here. So yeah, definitely do the bars first. Make sure your bars are good. Make sure you're in a good riding position. Very gloomy fall day out here, as you can see. But thing number 2 that I would do, and again, I might get some pushback on this, but I would definitely do my suspension first, front and back. That's probably been one of the biggest game changers upgrade wise with this bike. And like really having good suspension on these bikes can allow you to like hit corners, do all sorts of stuff that you could not do comfortably if the suspension was stock. You know, as well as just having a whole bunch of other benefits, right? So your ride is just going to be that much more comfortable, right? But at the end of the day, your bike is just going to handle insanely better if you set it up properly, go with the right suspension, go with the right adjustments and heights and everything. You know, I don't think you'll regret it. But yeah, I would do my suspension second.